Hey there, and welcome to the A.D.K Rock and Metal channel. And today, I am Dave, one of the three hosts from the A.D.K Rock and Metal channel. And today, we're gonna address some of the questions we had or commentary we had on a recent video we did, where we discussed the recent video by Lanternlight by the band Nightwish. So Nightwish is a band we have covered on this channel in various guises, and one of the things that really came out in the comments was us discussing or talking during the video, which many people felt that how can we engross ourselves or appreciate a music video or a song if we're talking throughout the whole thing. And I'm going to answer this one very easily. I completely understand the frustration. And the best way I can think about it is, you know, when you want to show a friend of yours, you're like, oh, I've had this great album, and you put it on in the car, and they carry on talking to you in the frustration about it when you're trying to showcase that video. So I do completely understand that. There are a couple of reasons we do it the way that we're doing it, and I thought it would be really important for me to because we can commentary and we can send comments back and forth and sort of say this is what we do. But we have done various versions of what people call reactions. We don't call ourselves a reaction channel, but there are a lot of people who throw it in as a reaction. And I'll explain why we don't call it a reaction. But effectively, we've done the bit where we don't say anything and we watch the video. And when we do Zoom calls, where we can't meet together, we'll do it in Zoom, and we do not pause or talk over it. We just let the video play and then we discuss it at the end. So we have done it that way. And a lot of people, the feedback we had on that one was, that's very boring just seeing you guys staring at a screen. So we took that on board and we changed it. We started pausing the video every minute or so and discussing our thoughts. But what we found there was we were having these massive long sections where we were discussing the video. And people didn't like it because it was breaking the flow up of the video. Then they were asking us to roll it back. And again, we were getting complaints from it this way. And then we just obviously started the talking through and we get complaints from it that way. So whichever way we do these videos, we always get complaints from it. So we have to do what's right for us in the sense of what we believe. The reason we talk during the video is because there are things that happen and your thought process as you're listening to a video or watching a music video that you're going, I wonder about this. Is it going to go in this way? And we want to share that thought process as we're going, because it's the same thought process that a lot of people will have. And that's why we'd have this discussion. Now, some of this stuff comes out at the end, and it's like almost verified or validated what we were talking about during the video. But then some of it we get answers to as the song goes on. There were some commentaries that we had in there which we felt were a little bit unfair in there. So we had you're the only ones who are so negative with this song. We weren't negative about the song in anything, but we were questioning it as a music video. Now, I hadn't seen that there had been a couple of other videos out that I hadn't come across. I think when I said it was the second video, it was the second video we react off of this particular album. And when you put a video out, if you've got 8, 10, 12 tracks on an album, you're putting this out there, you've got to think about it as a standalone song. And that's how we look at it, not as the concept of an album. And many people commented and said it's the great song at the end of the album, and as part of the album piece, it works really well on the story. And that's wonderful if you're listening to it in an album. But one thing we've found nowadays is a lot of people just do not listen to albums in that context, even though I agree that actually I like listening to an album from start to finish. There are many people who don't. It's playlists at Spotify, and then that's why we were listening to it from this point of view. Also, we only get one listen to the song, so it's very hard to break down a song in any sort of review. And it's one of the reasons we've never done an analytical, because someone asked us about that. Why don't you do analytical reviews if you're going to do that? Mainly because we haven't got the technical knowledge to really do it. We're going to make too many mistakes. If we started trying to work out whether they was doing a paradiddle or if there was a fifth major or working out the scales and stuff like that, we're not going to get it right, and it's just going to expose a weakness there. So we didn't think it was right for us to do that. We approach these videos from a first time listen. What is the average listener's experience for a band when you first come across it? Now, all three of us have completely different styles of music that we like from within the rock and metal world, so we're always going to have varying opinions on it. For me, being such a mellow, thoughtful song, you're either going to connect with it instantly because your headspace. Also, if you're in a really kind of melancholy or a somber headspace, this song is going to resonate with you very quickly. If you're in a really positive or if you're in an angry mindset, you're probably not going to do it. So when we listen to these videos or we watch these videos, it does vary depending on how we're feeling on that given day, or to how we react to it, because that's the joy of music. Music is an emotional experience, and that's what we get from it. So sometimes we really connect with a song, and then we'll listen to it again at another time and it doesn't connect with us. So that's the joy of music, and we love doing that. But yeah, listening to it in one take, we don't look at the lyrics, because in my opinion, if you have to go to the lyrics, the video has failed to do its job. As someone who does videography myself, I always look about how can I tell the story within the video of what the song's trying to go to. Almost like if you turned the music off and just watched the video, could you tell what the story is about? And that's what we're looking for in the videos. Not everyone does it. I think they did a pretty good job, and we did pick up some of the elements about the lead in the Lanternlight and the father, or the being a parent. So we did pick up some of those elements. It wasn't too clear, but there were some great bits in there. I think that was the main one. That was what mainly people were kicking off about. So the only thing I'd say is that we don't class to be a review channel in that sense. We don't class ourselves as a reactor channel. The reason we don't call ourselves a reactor channel, even though we use the word reaction sometimes, we don't always. We sometimes put it as more of a review, because we do try to review it in a bit more detail, but mainly our main focus is discussion based, because we feel that everything sparks a discussion. Reaction channels are entertainment. They're there to play up to the camera, so they're there to pretend that they're shocked there, and they do. Some say they don't, but I've seen more than enough reaction channels to know what a reaction channel is. And if you want to get views, if you want to get a large number of subscribers, the best way to do it is to act shocked, act amazed, and talk about how great a song is. And guess what? People will subscribe to you, and they will watch it, because you're sharing their love of their music. You're agreeing with them, and you guarantee it. If you want to not get as many views, and if you want to not get as many subscribers, call something out. Say it's not for you. Say it ain't a great song, because people don't want to hear that. And unfortunately, that is the case for us. When we say something isn't a great song, we talk about it in our concept. So within our personal feelings about how we hear the song, not how, because we're not professional reviewers in any shape or form. We do review albums, but we talk about it in the local concept. We spend more of our focus on reviewing local bands, going to local gigs, supporting local bands in there, and covering live shows and stuff like that. Unfortunately, no one gives a crap about live music in the local scenes. They only want to know about the big bands. So do we cover these videos like The Warning and Liliac and Nightwish and Baby Metal and Bandmate for views? Hell yeah, we do. Of course we do. We do them from time to time just to bolster views and so forth, because what we'd really like is people to stay and check out some of these unknown bands that you may never have heard of, or that are in the local scene, when we interview them, when we review them, and actually give these guys a chance. But people don't care, honestly, about the local scenes as much. So we will do hundreds and hundreds of videos on the local scenes, but no one will give a crap about it, but they'll complain about us talking during a Nightwish track. It's frustrating for us when you're trying to bolster a grassroots music scene. But yeah, there's that, and that just follows into the idea of a review. We give it a review, but again, we're not going to get into massive amounts of analytical data, because we're just going to we're trying to share it as music fans ourselves. We're all three of us on the channel are massive fans of music. We like various forms, but I wouldn't say that we give bands a free pass that you can do whatever you like and we're fine with that. What we would just generally say is that we like music from bands, but if they release something that we don't like, we're going to say we don't like it, and we'll be honest about it. But we will then not write that band off and say we'll never listen to that band again. We'll give it a time. The latest Nightwish album, the couple of tracks I've heard had not really engrossed me, but then I felt the same on the last album as well. The last Endless Forms Most Beautiful, really loved, and was probably the catalyst to get me really into the band. Since then, I haven't had as much passion for that particular band, but that could change, and I'm always looking for it. So I hope that answers a couple of things in there. I'm sure we'll get plenty of commentary about what I've said there, and I'm sure people will attack us for that. We get it non-stop. But look, at the end of the day, can I watch a music video, talk whilst it's going on, and still take on board the video? Yes, I can, and no one can say that I can't. You could turn around and say you're not paying enough attention. You've missed loads of stuff. Who said I missed something? We all absorb and we all learn things different ways. I learn by working the process through. So as I'm seeing something, I'm talking it through. If I waited 6 minutes to say anything, my commentary would have been, okay, didn't really go anywhere, really slow, and then I wouldn't have been able to tell you about something I'd seen at 1.5 minutes because I'd have forgotten about it. Now you could do what Andy does, and he could write loads of notes on a bit of note paper, but then everyone complains you're not watching the video because you're making notes. So we do things the way that we want to do them. We understand that's not for everyone, and we appreciate that. If you want to watch a reactor just stare at a screen for 6 minutes and 10, which is what I was originally going to do for this video, just have me staring at a screen for 6 minutes and see if you found that entertaining. There are plenty of reactors that will do it that way. As we said, we're not a reaction channel, and we're making that clear. We are a discussion channel. We discuss topics about videos. We watch the videos, discuss about what we think about them, but we're not there to pretend that we absolutely love something or we absolutely hate something for entertainment values. I'm going to say it, we're not there to entertain, which is a really silly thing to say, because really YouTube is an entertainment platform, but we haven't gone out of their way to play characters or do that sort of level of entertainment. We're there just to give three guys honest opinion and discuss a topic about a band. And if it's not for everyone, we understand, and we do thank you for at least checking the channel out. Please do go and check some of the other stuff on the channel out. Go see some of these bands that we've done. We support so many grassroots bands, and it's such a shame that just because we do a review on Nightwish that you don't like, you wouldn't get the chance to see some of these bands. We have a website, adkrockmetal.com. We have all the latest news from the underground metal scene in there. We have live videos. We have live shows that we put on. So we even put on our own A.D.K rock and metal nights, where we bring grassroots metal bands into Cambridge here in the United Kingdom and get to put them on, which we fund out of our own pocket. And we don't make money on this channel. We lose money every month from the cost of setting these videos up, editing, etc. So we're not doing things for money. I work a full-time job. We all doing our jobs. We work full-time, and we take money from our normal day jobs to help fund us so that we can put live music on with grassroots bands. And so that's why we do what we do. But thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you on another video on the A.D.K Rock and Metal channel very soon. Take care.